Welcome, welcome to the penultimate day of the Rickshaw Challenge, and we are in Oxford. You know, I never ever thought this day would come, but Pudsey, what a place this is. This is Balliol College, and it's 750 years old. Do you know something? 3 Prime Ministers have come out of here. Boris Johnson and even our very own Dan Snow. You stay there and keep doing your homework. Anyway, with this being a studious city, we have a geography student wearing our map this evening. Now, this is Frances Roberts. Frances, is this the first time you've ever worn a map?
I have to confirm it is the first time. I've got a few on my bedroom wall, but yeah, this is a whole new level.
Well, I might start a new thing. Anyway, these are the route down here. Look, so this is where Team Rickshaw have come from. Abergavenny, look, Cheltenham and Gloucester, on to Oxford. Now, as well as having the geography students here, we've also got some of the professors as well. So we're going to be putting a bit of an academic spin on the whole Rickshaw Challenge a little bit later on. And to welcome them in, well, we have the UK's biggest selling classical artist. We know him simply as The Voice. It is, of course, Rusell Watson! Russell!
How you doing?
Good to see you, my friend. Oh, yes, keep warm too. It's freezing, isn't it? A bit nippy.
Cold enough for a walking stick.
Saying that, though, I mean, yet to keep yourself warm, you actually went out, didn't you, to see Team Rickshaw a little bit earlier on, and you did a little bit of singing. Here we go, have a look at this.
I did a little bit, yes.
What an image that paints of you out cycling. Do you do that all the time?
Can you see, I actually look like I was drunk in charge of a bike as well. I'm wobbling about all over the place. It's not easy singing and riding a bike at the same time.
But of course, Russell, I mean, you have faced your own challenges. What do you make of Team Rickshaw? I mean, they're quite an inspiring bunch, aren't they?
I think it's fantastic because I was actually only with them for a very, very brief period of time.
Yeah.
But it was that cold today that the ends of my fingers, by the time I'd finished, were numb.
Were they really?
I actually felt the blood starting to flow into them about 20 minutes after I'd finished.
Oh, really? Well, listen, if they didn't get time to tell you too much, have a look at this, because this is everything that's been happening with Team Rickshaw so far on the roads. Here we go. After falling off the rickshaw, Bethany's confidence is repaired by the support that she's been given, and she braves getting back on the saddle.
Bethany, are we ready to get back on the rickshaw?
Yeah.
A bit nervous?
I am now.
Okay, well, don't worry. I'll cycle beside you.
Thank you.
Okay?
Yeah. It's good to be back.
So have we got a little song that we might sing on the way in?
Don't stop me now, we have
having such
a
a
good
good
time. Thank you, guys.
Martin, too, is back up to speed, having had his custom handlebars repaired. But there's still time to stop for a snack.
£22.61, please.
Bear with me. Can we charge it to Alex Jones?
Yes, you can. You guys deserve it.
Taking over from Martin on the evening shift, our mother and son from Derby, Carol and Daniel. Age 14, Daniel suffered from meningitis and spent a year in a wheelchair.
I'm coming, matey!
The memories of the time he was rushed to hospital are still upsetting for Mum.
Daniel's temperature was right up, and the next minute rushed into the crash ward, and there was all round him, sticking needles in him. And they explained they'd put him to sleep to rest his brain. And I'm thinking, yeah, it's my son. And that was hard when they put him to sleep. I've never dreamt, after how ill he'd been, that we'd get the chance to do anything like this.
There, Liz Week. I won't be beat.
But it's been an honour to do this with him, it really has. It's been brilliant. You should be proud of yourself.
You betcha I am.
It's good.
'Cause I love you, and you love me.
You're right, I do.
There have been many challenges for all of the rickshaw riders, but in the last 24 hours, Alex faced her biggest yet.
I think my heart rate's too high. Oh, God, are we nearly there?
Hold on.
Nice.
20 metres.
That was definitely the hardest part of the rickshaw challenge for me so far.
I've never been so glad to see a car park.
No, you're all right, I've got it.
Ever. Sort of being on the set this afternoon. Exactly.
The team, needing to make ground, had to pick up speed to have any chance of reaching Oxford by dusk. And what better way to do that than get to an airport on a runway?
It's a real privilege to be part of Team Rickshaw and work with those 5 amazing youngsters. Nobody has had a full night's sleep for the last 6 nights, and we probably won't for the next 2 days either. I think spending time with Martin has been the most surprising thing. But he's just incredible, a very together, very mature, and very confident young man. He just sort of landed this bombshell that his mum is seriously ill with stomach cancer, something that we had no idea about whatsoever. And I literally had to stop my chin from hitting the floor because I couldn't believe how much bad luck this young lad was having at 19 years old. And he's just dealing with it in his stride. I mean, that would be enough to break me. But Martin, he just soldiers on.
Well, of course, children in need doesn't just help the children, it supports the whole family. And, well, this is Paul and all of Bethany's family. I think you have the trophy for the biggest turnout of family so far. But, Paul, I mean, I know we've had good chats with Bethany, and I know that you are such a big part of her everyday life, and she's missed you every single second of the day. I mean, how has it been for you?
Well, to be honest, I've missed her for the last 7 days.
Yeah.
She left me on Wednesday last week, and the house has been so quiet without her. Really, really quiet. I have missed her.
But you've shared your wonderful superstar with the rest of Britain, and I mean they've fallen in love with it. I mean, I guess that's no surprise, is it, for you?
Oh, no surprise at all. She's just such a shining light, such a shining light, and I couldn't ask for a better daughter.
And how do you think it will feel for you to see all of this adoration of all of these people as she cycles in and brings Team Rickshaw into Oxford?
Oh, absolutely marvellous. I'm so thrilled for her, so thrilled.
Well, listen, it's happening now, lads, as well. Here comes your sister. Here comes your wonderful little star. Bethany, everybody! Get ready, Paul. Look at that, my friend. Bethany, my darling, come on up. Come on up, Bethany. There we are, my dear. Come on a little bit further. Look who's here. Look who's come to see you. Well, this is such an incredible surprise for Bethany. I know, do you know, as we've been cycling along, you'll know this, Amanda, won't you, that a few times Bethany thought that she's seen Dad.
I know, on the side of the road, if she saw somebody with a moustache, she said, "There's my dad."
But Paul, come on in, have a cuddle with Amanda. There we are.
But we were saying, Amanda, the other night when we were in the camper van, you know, how much Bethany's developed and how much she's come along in the last sort of 7 days.
Oh, definitely. I mean, this is the biggest emotional journey I've ever been on in my life. So for her in her short life, and you know, all these new experiences, fireworks overhead, people cheering.
Let's get you off, Bethany. Come on, my dear. There we are. There we go. There you go. Go and see your dad. Go on. Yeah, I know you've been waiting for this for so long. Yeah, no, it's been amazing. It's been incredible. We're nearly there, Bethany.
Yes.
Look, we've only got 1 day left. Can you believe it?
I feel absolutely over the moon.
So do I. We talked about Over the Moon the other night. It's lovely. Anyway, come on. Sorry.
Well, if you would like to donate to Team Rickshaw and Children in Need, this is how you can do it.
So guys, here we are. It's the middle of the night. It's been cold, it's been wet, it's been windy. But it's all going to be worth it if you guys could just donate. So please get doing so by texting TEAM to 70705. That'll donate £5 to Children in Need. But for full terms and conditions, if you go online to www.bbc.co.uk/Pudsey.
How's the numbers?
And that was after a 5.5-hour stint in the middle of the night on the rickshaw. So we need lots of people, Russell, to donate. So how do we get a tenner to make people give a fiver?
Good.
I think probably the best way is if they donate, I'll give them a little blast of a song out here.
All right, did you hear that, everyone? If you donate, come on, hang on, let me see those phones in the air. Come on, come on, come on, no excuses.
Up they go, right in the air.
Come on, Russell, you do this. There you go. Phones in the air.
So let's see your phones first.
Good. So the number you need to put into your phone is 70705. Just text the word team to that number and we'll get a fiver.
Yeah, we need to...
Is that enough? Is that enough?
£7.50 we're at the moment.
Bit more.
With £7.50, £8, come on.
Oh, the total's going up.
Right.
The total's going
We're
up.
almost at a tenner now.
That'll do. Perfect.
Go on,
right.
then. Give
Come
us
on.
some-
Come on.
Yeah.
Here it goes.
Manna tu sole più bello in me, oh sole mio, sta in fronte a te, oh sole mio, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte a te.
He might do some more.
Exactly. So the last time we saw you, Russell, was in the Palace over the summer, wasn't it? Back in July.
It was a bit warmer then, wasn't it?
It was a little bit warmer.
Yeah.
And you were performing with Claude Michel Schonberg, the composer of Les Mis, and he's notorious, isn't he, for not writing music for anybody whatsoever. But he's written a whole album.
He has written a brand new record for me, Claude Michel Schonberg and Alan Boublil, and also Charles Hart, who wrote all the lyrics for The Phantom of the Opera, has wrote 4 of the songs on the record as well, so it's a really quite an exciting project.
How did that come about then? If he's so, I mean, because Les Mis, all of that kind of stuff, but still not for one person. How did you convince him?
Well, my manager rang me at the end of last year and he said, I've had this idea if we were to get Claude Michel Schonberg and Alan Boublil to write you a brand new record. Yeah. I said, yeah, and we could give President Obama a ring and ask him to come round for a cup of tea while we're at it as well. That's sort of about as likely. The next day he rang me up, he says, I've spoke to Mr. Schonberg and he wants to see you at his house tomorrow, and it kind of all started there.
Brilliant.
Well, let's have a listen,
yes, should we have? This is the first track from the album. It's called Without You.
Without you I'd be nothing at all. I'd be lower than low. It's only you. But someday we'll meet and we'll walk down the street on a joyous rendezvous.
Produced the record as well.
Yeah.
So working with him was fantastic.
Yeah, well, we're not just talking about one song here. We're talking. We're talking about an album. And is it quite autobiographical then? What's the story?
It is.
Yeah.
Claude Michel liked my story, you know, the good times, the bad times, the illness that I've been through. He liked the layers of who I was.
Yeah.
And he specifically kind of tailor-made songs that worked for me. 80% of the material has never been heard by the British public, so it's brand new Schonberg and Boublil.
I mean, but for you, though, to be singing those songs, knowing that they are your story, I mean, that must be quite something.
Well, I made a real association with the music because it had been specifically written for me, because I've been singing cover songs for a long, long time. So this was a real dream to get the opportunity to sing something by, well, 2 of the most legendary composers in history.
And you're sort of turning it into a big theatre production, aren't you? So how is that going to work then? Is it sort of Rusell Watson, My Life, the musical?
It's not kind of like that. We're taking it on tour in March, and it will run almost like a show. So there will be a storyline to it, but I will still have banter with the audience.
Right.
Claude Michel's also going to be adding 4 new songs as well to the tour. So,
you're a lucky boy, eh?
Yeah, it's a bit exciting.